Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we got Dan in the booth. Say hi to the people, Dan.
Hi, everybody.
We are... God, I just brain farted. My bad. Dan's going to be taking all your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure you tag at SCG Tour so he can see them. Send his favorites over to us. As always, we are brought to you by Star City Games and Carnox Chairs. If you want one of these chairs that we're sitting in, you can go to carnox.com/SCG, and if you use that affiliate link, you will get 10% off of your purchase. We are nearing the end of Urza Day here. We've gone through Urza the past.
Yep.
That was four-color Urza. We've gone through Urza the present. That is paradoxical Urza. And now this is the latest innovation coming at you last. This is Urza Ascendancy, also with Outcome. They're very similar to the Outcome deck.
It
just
is.
splashing really for Ascendancy, or trimming on some other things for Ascendancy.
Yep.
This one's a little bit lower artifact count. That's where they found the space to squeeze it in.
Which is kind of scary to me, but
you're less consistent than regular Outcome, but you do have some fast wins because Emery, Ascendancy, plus any either 2 opals, 2 ambers, or with just 1 bauble. Any way to get an artifact back in your graveyard. You cast the 0-mana artifact, Emery untaps, you get it back to your graveyard, you can recast it, and you just keep looping.
And you draw through your deck. And
once you have Moxen, you get to make mana each iteration. And the game ends.
The game ends.
So you get some turn. You can win as early as turn 2.
That's insane.
Yeah. Mox, land, Emery, next turn, 1-mana artifact on a land or any 0-mana artifact, Ascendancy. Like the game can be over.
Yeah, and then one thing I think about Ascendancy in this deck is you just have to find it, right? Like there's no way to tutor for it. There's no Whir of Invention. It can't be brought back with Emery. So it is a card engine or card drawing engine that you just have to find. So there is that fail rate of you just, not finding it, and then,
But it's not an Ascendancy deck, so you're not dependent on it. You still have the Outcome Urza plan. You can certainly do that. It's less robust because your artifact count's lower, but one of the weaknesses, as we saw in match 2 for the regular Outcome deck, is just getting braced by other linear decks. I was able to just get my Titans down with Amulet before you could do anything, and then set up some defenses to close the game out. Now you have the ability to race that by killing on turn 2, turn 3, in addition to having those robust cards later on. There's some trade-offs. You have to play Jeskai. I think some of the regular Outcome lists are moving more towards Sultai for Okos and Thoughtseizes and things like that. The Jeskai cards are still fine in the sideboard, but a little bit worse. But Ascendancy also, the other thing I like about it is that it turns your size and your Saheelis into real engines. Normally in the Outcome deck, without any of the other stuff going on, those cards don't do a lot. They make some tokens, they help set you up, but they're not going to win a game by themselves. With Ascendancy, they will.
And I mean, I think you called this immediately, this combo. Like once Emery got printed and we played it we both had our unplayable Emery decks in Standard. This one is not unplayable, that is for sure. And you pinned down this interaction pretty early on, and I know you were pretty high on it. And we're starting to finally see it come into premium level events. Once again, I sound like a broken record. Thanks to Canister, Piotr Glukowski, kind of taking second in a Modern Challenge with this. I remember watching a stream where he took second in the Modern Challenge. Well, he also top 4'd the Vintage Challenge, just double queuing and streaming. The guy's a machine, But
I would say I don't believe it, but he streamed it, so there's evidence.
Yeah, there's literal evidence.
Video evidence.
I was part of his audience, and I'm just like, what?
So on my side, I am also going to be playing sort of Affinity the present. This is a deck that has been around in Modern since the beginning, and has fallen out of favor in the last year or two. Just sort of got left behind. We found better things to do with our Mox Opals, basically. Whether it was Ironworks or now Urza, but there's been a couple new cards from Throne of Eldraine that have gassed this deck back up a little bit. Ginger Brute looks pretty innocuous.
It does,
But it's another cheap artifact, to like Swarm Creature. It has evasion, and that evasion makes it very good at Cranial Plating.
That's true.
It gives you a little bit of extra life gain against Burn, too, if you ever need that.
I probably don't have too many defenders in my deck.
No, Creatures with Haste.
Oh, Creatures with Haste, that's right, okay.
And so that works really nicely. And then we're playing 4 copies of All That Glitters. Now, this is effectively a Cranial Plating, but it's an aura for colorless and a white. So it gives you that, sort of copies 5 through 8 of Cranial Plating. This one only costs 2 mana.
Okay.
So we're a very aggressive version of Affinity, very old school.
I like
more
it.
recently, we saw them get grindier with Experimental Frenzy, Karn Sign of Urza, cards like that. But this is getting back to Affinity's roots, which is, I think, where you want to be, because as we saw in match 2, the outcome decks are a little bit vulnerable to just getting,
Yeah, you got to be going fast in Modern right now.
Yeah.
If I take one lesson from my alter ego, Ricky Bobby, it's I want to go fast in Modern.
So all that glitters does force you towards a white-centric build. So my basic land is a Plains.
Okay.
The only other colored cards in the deck, in the main deck at least, are 2 Galvanic Blasts, so no Thoughtcast, no Master of Ethereum.
Okay.
Playing 2 main deck as champions.
I think it seems interesting. You're right, though, when Affinity is something that's seemed out of favor now, because even the Affinity decks are playing like Hardened Scales because it's just more of a generic fast combo deck. But if we're getting some upgrades in speed, then I could be about that.
And this was top 4 from the team open last weekend. This is Ryan Gassaway.
Okay, so I lost round 2, so putting us at 1-1 in the battle for the marbles. So I will be on the play, and if we look at my hand, this is quite strong. It's not, a turn 2 kill or anything, but it's quite reasonable. So we'll keep.
And my hand is going to play 6 cards on turn 1, but I don't think it's good. The net result is to have 5 power, and I would lose my entire battlefield to a single engineered explosives. And so 5 power is going to kill in turn 5. If you figure I draw some reasonable cards off the top, maybe I kill turn 4, but I'm hoping to do that on the draw, and I'm super vulnerable to the most obvious piece of disruption in your deck.
And I'm sure it's a 3 or 4 of in my list, minimum. So
yeah, my hand was triple Ornithopter, Mox Opal, all that glitters, and 2 lands.
Whenever you have triple Ornithopter, I think that's a bad start. You usually want 1 or 2 of those to speed out your hand. But
yeah, the third one is definitely
well,
not good.
Ross is mulliganing here first. Let's see if we can get a chant of 5s going in chat. That would be much appreciated.
It's not game 3 yet, Corey.
That's true. And you got a question at all, Dan?
Yeah, I do. From S. Southard. Who is the cutest person in the room, in the player's opinion?
Oh, I say Dan. I say Dan for sure.
I don't know. I've got to go with a bearded person, so it's either me or Eric.
Oh,
which means I think I'm going to be less conceited and go with Eric. Eric is our co-director over here.
Yeah, he's also a Calvin Klein model, so.
I vote for myself because I have cute pictures with dogs.
Wow.
I also have cute pictures of dogs on my phone.
Obey my dog.
That's fair. Oh, that is cute. Okay, you win.
Is this going to be a cute dog battle? Is that what we're doing now? Is that what we're doing now?
You have cute dogs on your sleeves.
Yes,
okay?
on my sleeves even. That's how devoted I am
How about
to the
you
cause.
play your
oh no, this is much more important, Corey. Much more important.
Is this what we are now? We're a dog stream?
Yep.
There we go.
Impressive.
Doge time.
There we
A
go.
little higher.
A little higher.
There we go.
Perfect.
Doge time.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
I think this hand, from what I glimpsed of it, is going to be a keep. It is not super fast. Oddly enough, given the matchup, I think this might be the one that we put on the bottom. Because we need to go fast.
We need to go fast.
We could get in trouble against an engineered explosives if we bottom this one.
I think your deck is just kind of always going to be in trouble with the engineered explosive, right?
We're not if we go for this, but we're a little bit slower.
Okay.
But we're going to be kind of slow anyway. Okay, I'm going to hope to draw another piece of action.
All right. So I'm going to start this off. I'm going to start with a land, a couple of 0 drops, and an Emery. We will mill 4.
Wait, is that on turn 2?
No,
got the bobble.
we got the opals, that's for sure. And now, not the greatest. We can't do anything else this turn, so we'll pass. We do want this bobble to start generating some card advantage here.
I will go to 18.
Okay.
Pass the
18,
turn.
welding jar. I'm going to bobble you.
Okay, that is probably a sign that there is not an ascendancy in hand.
Okay. Yeah, I do not have it. So I'll draw 2. 1, 2. Okay. Now. Okay. I'm going to bring back bobble.
Yep.
I'm going to play an EE for 0.
You're 19.
Yep. I'm going to. All right, I can't. I did draw the Ascendancy, but now that I had to activate Emery.
Yeah, if you had another 0 here, that would be it.
That would be it, but I don't, so I will pass it to you. But still, this is going to be tough for you to deal with.
Yeah, so if I had Galvblast or a colored mana in my hand, I'd have outs, but I have neither of those things, so I think I am just dead. That is colored mana, but it is not...
Wow.
Yeah, I have just Drum into Ornithopter into Overseer for turn 2.
Okay.
And then I was set up to All That Glitters. Probably kill you close to turn 4, but
yeah,
turn 3 on the play.
Well, let's see this first turn here for people who haven't seen it, including me. So I would bobble you an end step.
Let me get my attack in.
Okay.
You go to 18, I go to 19.
All right, 18, 19. I'll bobble you. Okay, that's a great draw. You got colored mana now. Draw 2. Now our hand is not good here, but I guess it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So bobble, we're gonna go untap here, and then whenever we do, we draw a card.
Yep. Now you just sack the bobble.
Yep.
Actually, here you don't even have to do it with bobble. You should start doing it with opals, because then you get to make a mana each time, so you generate as much mana as you want.
I think I'd probably start with just Urza just to go crazy.
Sure.
Get the construct, and then now it just comes down to opal, sacrifice, untap, draw, discard. Do this infinite times.
Yeah.
So
and you don't have to loot each time. The loot is a May on Ascendancy. That's important.
Okay.
So you do get to generate as much mana as you want.
Yeah.
And now just activate Urza a bunch of times.
Yeah.
You got your entire deck in play.
Flip
you
my
cast the
deck.
Nexus of Fate.
Yep. Play Sahili, play artifacts, get tokens, play Nexus of Fate, and kill you. That's insane.
This is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. Jeskai Ascendancy, just doing some normal stuff.
Everything is fine.
No cause for alarm.
No cause for alarm. Looks
Everyone
like
go about your days.
the future is scary, Ross.
Yes.
The future is scary.
So that is, we just saw it there. That is the power of Ascendancy in this deck. But because the deck is a little bit more unstable now with the way it's built, it might be a little bit more vulnerable to hate. So we'll get to some sideboarding, and hopefully I can take down those games when I have a little disruption. So we will be back in just a minute, and we will round out this day on Versus Live. Hello, and welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding between Affinity and Paradoxical Urza Ascendancy.
They just keep adding words to this. Like, at some point, it's going to be like 2 sentences for a deck list if it keeps evolving.
And it'll be broken.
Yeah.
On my side, we've got a lot of good disruptive elements here between copies of Thoughtseize, some good counter spells, all very cheap, which is important, and then a single copy of Damping Sphere and Deafening Silence, both, get to slow down the combo aspects, whether it's Ascendancy or Outcome plus Urza.
Yeah.
And importantly, both are permanents that stay on the battlefield with different converted mana costs.
Yeah.
So
you can't take it down.
Yeah, diversify
exactly.
against engineered explosives. I'm bringing out Etch Champion. This is not a very interactive matchup, and it's about speed. Champion is definitely your worst threat in those situations. And still not a lot of removal coming out of Corey, so I think the Welding Jars are rather weak.
And that doesn't even stop all of them.
Yeah,
so,
stops your 2 Galvblasts and is okay against engineered explosives.
Yeah,
So you don't want that many Welding Jars. And I'm going to have, because I'm bringing in a lot of colored cards, I have to trim some of the colored cards from the main deck. I think Galvanic Blast is too important for dealing with both Urza and Emery early on.
Yeah.
So we got to leave the 2 copies in, and that means trimming, unfortunately, on All That Glitters. We still got 1 in there to get you with Gingerbread. I'm hoping that's how game 3 ends.
I hope
just
so.
Like, you're like, there's no way I die. I've got another turn, and I'm just
I kind of hope that's how it ends.
Get in there.
That would be nice. Be killed by cookies.
Yes. Death by cookies.
Death by cookies. Okay, so from my side here, we are taking out, it seems kind of odd to take out your very powerful spells, but similar to what you're doing here, bringing in colored spells, as am I, and I cannot just be taking out all my artifacts, Witching Well is, I think, just the worst artifact in the deck. So I'm trimming on those.
Yeah. Your zeros are too important for speed.
Oh,
your EEs are too important for disruption, and Astrolabe is completely untouchable.
And Astrolabe is just busted. And then we're bringing in 4 pieces of disruption to kind of really, if I'm able to hit a creature that has a cranial plating on it, I can usually slow you down by like a turn or 2 maybe. And then just stop your really quick aggressive draws, as well as a Pithing Needle for cranial plating just to shut it down. I think that could be quite good against
There's a ton of things to name. There's cranial plating, Arcbound Ravager, Steel Overseer, and Inkmoth Nexus.
Normally when there's that many cards to name, you don't want to bring this card in, but cranial plating is so powerful, and it's really how you kill very quickly, that I think it is worth it to just have for that specific card.
And it's still just a cheap artifact, which your deck wants.
Exactly,
so,
and it's just a one of, you know, so maybe whatever is directly dealing, you know, giving me grief, I can just use that right away. But yeah, we got a question while we're shuffling up, Dan?
We do. First and foremost, I set up a straw poll. I'll post it again.
A puppy poll?
A puppy poll between Ross's dog. It's not technically your dog; it's your family's dog.
Yes.
Oh, you're disqualified then.
Your family's dog, Jelly Bean.
Yeah, but she loves me, so it's okay.
Okay, fair.
That's fair enough. And my dog Shadow.
And that poll is ongoing.
That poll is
we
ongoing.
will announce the results at the end of the
Wait,
stream.
are you saying it's Bark Shadows? Is your dog Bark Shadows?
No, my dog is a dog.
Okay. I was going to say, who did they copy that dog from?
Yeah.
So another cute animal question from actually a cute bunny, but who has a bunny?
Ruben Bresley used to own bunnies. He does not anymore.
Oh, bummer. Okay, so you're going to be going first. I got game one with Ascendancy in quite convincing fashion.
Yeah, turn 3 kills will do that.
Yeah, no kidding. That sounds so close.
And I've got to keep.
So if we look, I mean, we can't do this on turn 1 if we don't get a little bit of help. But if we do, it's quite strong. I think we're going to keep this out of pure curiosity. Keep it for science.
Okay. Well,
Okay. There's the ornithopters.
And pass the turn.
All right, seems pretty good. That wasn't a terrible draw on our part. Gonna go like this, Mox, and pass it to you.
Okay. I like the run out of the 0 mana Mox because that likely means there's no EE coming.
Yeah, I realistically should not have done that. Yeah. Just in case. I mean, I don't have it in hand, otherwise I would have definitely played it. Yeah, you're 100% right. Okay.
Equip.
Yep.
Attack.
Smash. Okay. I'll sacrifice.
Are you going to 17 for a removal spell?
You know, I think I probably am okay with just a mountain, and then I'm gonna attempt to galvanic blast it.
19. I will stubborn denial the gal blast.
Okay.
I think I need to get some pressure, and we're going to activate a Nexus just to pump our artifact count. So we're up to 5. So you're at 14.
Okay. Perfect.
Pass the turn. I think this should be a turn 4 kill if there's no more disruption.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Okay, Mox, Emery.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's the EE. All right, your turn.
Good one.
All right.
So let's, I guess we'll just activate both Nexuses and get in, and that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8.
3, 4, 5, 6. Only one can attack. Oh, no. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So you go to 8.
I go to 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no, you take 8, you go to 6.
Yeah, okay. Perfect.
Pass the turn.
All right. So now we got EEs for days. So it has to be played for 0.
You could play it for 2 and just blow up the plating if you had a land.
That's true.
And that'll leave your Mox around.
That's pretty good as well. I think maybe I have to do that, actually, just because you can activate, get 2 black mana to re-equipped in combat.
Yep.
So I either blow it up for 0 right now. Yeah, that seems worse. Okay. Gonna go like that. Go to 5. Guess we can get this safely. And yeah, we'll target EE, play it for 2, and I think we can say go because we don't want you to play another one.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep. Recurring EE with Emery is kind of busted.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, let's attack you.
All right, so we will blow it up.
Take 2, go to 3.
Yep. Should not land. Okay.
Yeah, it's not blowing up any nexuses anytime.
Yep.
I'm getting punished here for my...
Done?
Yeah, I tried to play around EE earlier, and if you had it, then I could like replay this Mox Opal and rebuild faster.
Yeah.
It cost me a point on an early turn, and if you were at 2, I'd be much happier right now.
Sure.
I'm hoping you still have fetch lands in your hand, though, that are being shut off at least.
I do have fetch lands. Okay, so now what can we do here? This is going to be a great card against you. I'm pretty sure. I don't even have to like really EE right now. We'll just go with Psi.
Yep, that's a good one.
All right, then we'll target EE. EE for 0. Thopter. Mox, get a Thopter. Play a Flooded Strand and just pass.
Okay.
Now we're going to be doing some blocking here on Versus Live.
Play a Steel Overseer.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. Now I think we want to float 2.
Sack the 2 zeros to draw a card before you pop EE.
I think so. I don't know if I really want to pop EE though.
Well,
so
yeah.
I think we'll just sack one of these and one of these.
Oh, yeah, so the E does pull up the Thopters too.
Exactly, yep. So draw a card. Now we'll go to 2.
Yep.
Do we have another planes in here? Probably not. Okay, so we'll just get the Foundry here. We're gonna put that in play tapped.
Wise decision.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so we'll untap, draw. Now we will Emery back. Yeah, your zeros just don't matter right now, so we'll Emery back this, get a token. Now we will tap 4 and cast Paradoxical Outcome on these 3.
That's pretty good.
Okay, draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now we'll go with a Mox token.
Yep.
Mox Amber token. Oh, I'm not drawing off that.
That's not how that card works.
Astrolabe. That's what I was thinking. Draw. Bobble.
We're out of Nick Miller's.
Out of Nick Miller's.
No,
We'll just
you got regular thoughts.
Oh, sweet, sweet. Okay. We'll do that. We will.
We can never have enough Nick Miller.
That's true.
That is very true.
Funnel, Snow Mana, draw. Oh, thanks. Draw. EE for 0. Token. Now, like, Gelb Blast or something does kill us, but I just don't think we have an option to play around. And we already activated the Emery. So now we're going to go sack this and sack an Astrolabe to draw a card. All right, and then play Mox.
They're over here.
Keep moving them on me. All right, Bobble. We will. Okay, I believe we're out of mana now. All right, I guess that's it. Your turn. That's it. What do you got?
Darksteel Citadel.
It's pretty strong. All right, end step, I'm going to bobble myself. And we'll bobble you. See what you're drawing. I get to take away your sweats. Okay. Now we're going to untap. I get to draw 3 cards. Okay.
Ross, your face is priceless.
All right, we'll cast an Urza. Get this into play. Now we got a Bobble. Make a Thopter.
Do you have another outcome in your hand?
I don't. Nope.
Okay.
I do not. But I do have... All right, we'll tap some of these Thopters. Emery, keep the old one. Mill. Okay. Now I suppose we just start activating Urza. Can just start thinking about attacking. All right, so we'll leave this open. 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin Urza. All right, haven't played a land. 1 is the same as 2. I'll get that. Now the question is, do we want to... We can still activate Emery here. Probably just want to get a Mox. So we'll go blue, blue, sacrifice both Moxes.
Draw a card with Psy.
Yep. Okay. Now get back Mox Opal. Play it.
Get a Thopter.
Get a Thopter. Mox Amber. Get a Thopter. Then we got mana again. Now I think we want to activate one more time. Activate Urza.
Yep.
Astrolabe. Draw a card. Get a Thopter. Okay, maybe we can activate one more time. We gotta make sure we don't die randomly to flyers here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we got 3. Yeah, we better not. Okay, we'll just leave it like this.
I mean, you do know the top card of my deck.
That's true, and it's not good. So, yeah, your turn.
Okay. Ensep, activate all the Nexuses and activate Overseer.
And then I'll Gelv Blast that. Get that out of there. No, no, no.
Yeah, still a Mox Opal.
All right. Was it really?
Yeah. Is this a Mox Opal too?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's actually all 4 of them.
Impressive.
I really
yeah.
did cut to a Mox Opal.
Yeah, and at this point, I just attack you next turn, so. All right, well.
You also have a million cards.
Yeah, I just get to actively activate enough there.
You did.
Wow.
You did give me twice as many outs on one turn.
Did I?
You left yourself at 2 and you didn't kill my Still Overseer. Could have drawn Ginger Brute and gotten in there.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Well, I did have a path, but.
Okay, so you just have it covered.
Yeah. Ginger Brute's not getting there today.
Yeah. So.
Wow, let's talk about this deck, though. This deck it just feels awesome.
Yeah, we saw game 1, you did the Ascendancy thing and race, and then game 2, you did the outcome thing that we saw in round 2.
And I mean, we still did the Urza thing a little bit, too, so it just seems like.
That whole other thing.
It just seems like it really has a wide variety of ways it can kill you instead of having to find Paradoxical Outcome and Urza and then just playing bad artifacts. It seems like it's taking a lot of the bad artifacts out and putting it with more combo cards. So you're making your deck leaner, it feels, you know?
But those bad artifacts do, enable your good artifacts.
They do. So if you don't get any artifacts and you just get, your Ascendancies and your Urzas and stuff, it's worse. But is it better to draw your third Witching Well or a Witching Well and a Jeskai Ascendancy?
Yeah, and the Ascendancy can dig you towards, other things that you need just by casting or Astrolabes and Moxen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think the real key was you had an early Emery both games that I didn't have an answer to.
And then Psy at the end there was kind of insane.
But without the Emery on EE, like you're going to die. And, Psy was obviously very good. That's just very clearly going to be a good card against Affinity, generating a bunch of Adopters. We've seen people play things like Pia and Kieran, Nalar for this matchup back when Affinity was popular. So
one of the cool interactions
Souls has long been good against Affinity.
Exactly. One of the cool interactions that came up there was just recurring explosives for 0 up against another deck that has a bunch of 0 drops. So even in the mirror, that seems like a really cool play. Yeah. Emery adding another element to this deck, I have to say.
Yeah, my all that glitters, didn't do a whole lot. I didn't really draw one. I had one in my opening hand in game 1 that I mulliganed.
Yeah.
Which was basically, so the hand that I had in game 2 with plating was basically the same hand I mulliganed in game 1 with all the glitters.
Yeah.
But my reasoning for keeping the other one is that with plating, if you have E for 0 early, I still had a Nexus to equip it to.
Yeah.
Whereas if I all that glitters, then I just lose everything and I'm dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it made more sense to keep that one. Than it did the first one, but yeah, I just needed another piece of disruption. You know, if I have, I had Subordinata for the Gal Blast, and I didn't have anything for the EE or the Emery. So you had 2 pieces to my 1, and that was really, I think, the key in that game.
Yeah,
almost able to get there. You know, put you to a 3. And then you did the last couple to yourself to put yourself at 1.
Yep.
But you could have easily avoided that if necessary.
But, you know, just looking at the Affinity deck and looking at, like, you know, what I'd compare the Affinity deck to is the Hardened Scales deck. Yeah. I really like the Hardened Scales because all of a sudden you're just kind of doing your artifact thing like you were before, and then just boom, you're dead, you know, with Ballista and stuff like that. Yeah. I tend to like decks like that can just, you know, all of a sudden be playing a fair Affinity game and then still have that combo kill available to them if they draw the right thing or if they have to go for it with Ancient Stirring, something like that. But
you know, all that glitters is supposed to give this deck a little bit more of that boom, you're dead explosive potential. But in this matchup, like, you have good ways of stopping that with EE main, removal in the board, Psi to generate blockers. And I really think, honestly, like, I just missed having more Gal Blast. I've played Affinity before, you know, years ago, and Galvanic Blast was just one of my favorite cards always in the deck. So maybe I would want to move a little bit away from all the glitters to fit more Gal Blast back in, maybe 3-3 split, 4-2 the other way. I like all the glitters. I like the idea of what it's doing. I think it really also goes well with Ginger Brute, gives you another nice target for it.
You just like shiny things, don't you? You just like things that glitter.
I mean, Galvanic Blast is kind of shiny. It's just shiny in a different way.
That's true.
It's just lights on fire.
Well, Dan, we're going to be ending our show here, but maybe we got one question here queued up at all for anybody out there?
We take care of that.
Sure.
We should finish up the doggo poll. Ross, why don't you grab a photo of Jelly Bean again? Because we only showed the photos once, and it's been a long time since they actually have seen it. So just to get a final surge of votes in here. You get Jelly Bean, I got Shadow. Show it as close as you can to that camera. So let me do a thing here.
Or a third option, is Corey cuter than both dogs? We know that's going to be a no, but yeah.
There's that. So, yeah, we got Jelly Bean on the right.
Shadow on the left.
Shadow on the left.
My arm's getting tired, Dan.
I know. We'll get the poll up in some last minute.
Why does it always have to be a competition? Can't all dogs be cute?
All right, so you can put it down, Ross.
I mean, they all dogs are tied for most adorable. It's a N-way tie where N is the total world population of dogs.
Yeah, of course.
But
so as far as like actual questions are concerned,
we got a good amount of time here.
Yeah,
we got a good amount.
Solid 5 minutes.
So, what are the odds Urza will get banned in the new October announcement?
0%.
Well, we are going to have multiple modern events before then, so I wouldn't say 0, but I think if a card gets banned, it will be Mox Opal.
Yeah. It just an enabler that makes it. Yeah, they really lead towards not banning the new cards, right? Like, they try their best to not ban the new cards, maybe the enablers, and that's bit them before, because like they didn't ban Hogak right away. They tried to backdoor ban it with like Bridge from Below, and the deck just got better. You know, so I mean, Urza, but without Mox Opal, I mean, I bet Urza can still stick around. You know, I mean, it's probably still fine. But I would say pretty close to 0%. I think this ban restricted thing is definitely going to have a target on Standard, and keeping a close eye on that. But
if we see Urza decks dominate the next 2 weeks, then there's a chance that something from the deck is taken out. But it would have to be Mox.
But I mean, like last weekend we saw Amulet dominate. You know, I mean, it hasn't been an Urza show.
There were 4 Urza decks in the top 8 of the Team Open.
Sure.
And then there was Amulet Titan, Tron, Titan Shift, 3 big mana decks, and this one Affinity deck that I just played.
Yeah,
that was your top pick.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That is a lot of
Urza big mana. Was dominant. Those 2,
and then it won the Classic as well. So I would say Amulet had the best weekend.
Yeah, Amulet took both trophies. So.
Yeah, exactly. But team events, of course, everything gets kind of skewed. But all right, well, before we get that dog poll finished, you got any subs to thank?
I have a couple subs. So we have H.H. Collins with a 4-month resub. And Teddy Bag of Donuts with a 3-month resub.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for the subs, everybody. What do we got for that poll? Now I'm curious.
Doggo poll.
Doggo poll. Let's go.
With
you got to hit results, right?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
So with so last minute surges here with 22% of the vote, Shadow. With 19% of the vote, Jelly Bean. And with 59% of the vote, both of them, they are doggos.
See? Smart people. Smart people. But yeah. All right. Well, they're both cute. We know it.
A lot of winners on this show today.
A lot of winners. A lot of winners. Well, everybody, I think that's going to be it for us here on Versus Live. We had a nice, showcase of Urza, decks that could compete against it. You took me down with the Amulet. I managed to sneak out the other two, but Amulet felt scary, so I don't think Urza's unbeatable. I think these big mana decks do really have a chance to beat it, as well as these were just 3 strategies that had a great game against it. There's plenty of other ways to beat Urza. I don't think it's the Boogeyman, maybe Golos is in Standard right now. So that's going to be it for us. We will be back Tuesday, same time, to bring you some more exciting Versus Live action. We will see you there.